Hello, friends of Evil Sudokus. This is an Evil Sudoku by websudoku.com. And as usual, I have transferred the grid over to sudokuexchange.com because of the better user interface here. This is a brand new puzzle, at least to me. They have millions of puzzles, so every time I access the website, I get a new one. The two here and the two here block these cells, and these two here block these cells as well. So this is a 2. One of these must be a 1 because of the 2 ones here, right? And one of these must be a 9 because of these 2 9s. We've got a couple of 9s here, and that makes these 2 9 candidates. These 2 must be 7 candidates because of the 2 7s here. And speaking of the 7s, there's a 7 here and here blocking these cells, and there's a 7 blocking this cell. So this is a 7. And now it is clear that either this cell or this cell must be a 7 because there are no other free cells for a 7 in row 3. A 5 here and a 5 here puts a 5 in one of these two squares, and a 5 here and here puts a 5 in this square here because this square is blocked by the 5 here. So we've got 5s blocking like this. So this is a 5. Now the 5 here and here and here force a 5 to go in one of these two cells. What else do we have? Well, we have a 6 going over here and a 6 coming down here. So one of these is going to be a 6. An 8 here and here makes one of these an 8, right? And we have an 8 here blocking these cells, and we have an 8 here blocking these cells. So one of these cells must be an 8. And therefore, in combination with the 8 here, this must be an 8, like so. And that takes away, I believe, a square from a 7, because this 7 blocks this square, and the 7 blocks these squares, making this a 7. And now one of these two must be a 7. And therefore, one of these two, because there are no other free cells in the top row available for a 7, because of the 7 here, 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 and here, right? And now that we have, I think, taken care of the obvious, I'm looking at these 3 cells, and they have to be a 1, 2, and a 4. And look at the 2 and a 4 in this column. That makes this a 1. And because we now have this 1 blocking down here, and we have the 1 blocking over here, one of these will have to be a 1. And therefore, this ghost 1 and this 1 here block all of these cells. They can't be 1s. Therefore, this must be a 1. And now this cell can't be a 1 because of this 1. This cell can't be a 1 because of this 1. This cell can't be a 1 because of this one. So one of these must be a 1. But it's too early to say which one it's going to be. Let me cast another glance at this center column, for which we need a 3, 6, 7, and an 8. There's an 8 and a 7 here. So this is a 3, 6. And we know that these have to be a 2, 4. No, that is too opaque for me to see now. What about these three cells here? They need to be a 3, 4, and a 9. Well, one of these will have to be a 9 because there's a 9 coming over here and the 9 going down here. So one of these is a 9 and therefore one of these is a 9. And therefore this cannot be a 9, it must be a 3 or a 4. 3, 6, 4, and a 9 here. There is a 6 here. That means that this must be a 6. This square must be a 9. One of these must be a 9, right? But if we look at all the other digits surrounding this square here, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8. So this must be a 9. A 4 must go here, here, or here. An 8 must go here, or here. And a 6 must go here or here. Let me look at this row here, a 2, 4, 6, and a 9. There's a 2, 9, so this is a 4, 6. This is a 2, 4, we know that. 2, 2, this one of these is a 2, yes. One of these is a 2, no. Let's look instead. Well, we have a lot of digits here, and we have 4 digits here. Let me look at this column here. 1, 3, 4, 7, 9, 1, 7, 1, 7. So 1, 7 can't go here, here, or here. So this must be a 1, 7. That's interesting because now we just need a 3, 4, and a 9. And this, let's see, I think this must be a 9. And I think this must be a 9 because this 9 blocks these 2 cells. The 9 blocks this row. And one of these must be a 9. Therefore, this cannot be a 9. This cannot be a 9 because of this 9. This is a 1, 7. So, yeah, this is a 9. And this is now a 3, 4 because those are the only 2 digits missing then from this column if these are 1 and 7. And these two are 3s and 4s as well. And there's a 3 in the column. Nice. This is a 4. This is a 3. Yes. And now the 4 here and the ghost 4 here puts a 4 in one of these 2 cells. And we are back to where we were. One of these 3 cells must be a 4. But we are a bit closer, I think, to a completed puzzle. Let me do this row again. This is a 3, 4, and this is a 9. So this is a 3, 4, 9. No, unfortunately, that didn't bring me closer. But if these are 1, 7, then we still need to find something for these 4 cells, and they have to be a 4, 6, 9, and a 5. So one of these is going to be a 5, and this, of course, must be a 9, because we've got 2 9s blocking over here, right? And these two are 1, 7, so this must be a 9. And that makes this a 9. And remember from earlier, one of these had to be a 2. Now we know that it's going to be this one, and that makes this a 4 and this a 2. And this a 2. Now we are cooking. a 4 here and a 4 here, puts a 4 here or here, just as we had a, oh, one of these was a 4, wasn't it? So now this is a 4. And that makes this a 4 here. Yes, this is nice. 1, 7, 5, 6. There's a 5 in the row. So this is a 6 and this is a 5. And that makes this a 5. And the last digit here has got to be an 8, making this an 8 here, and making this an 8, and making this an 8. Now we are really getting somewhere. 6 and 8 here. We got an 8 in the row, so this is 6 and this is an 8. These are still 3 and 4 and 1 and 7. Oh, we got a 4 here. So this must be a 3 and this must be a 4, making this finally a 4. And I think we can now finally get a 4. No, not yet. Not yet. Well, this has got to be a 1 because this 1 blocks this cell, right? So I'm not even looking up here because it's got to be a 1. And this must be a 3. The 3 here, here, and here. No, I don't even need to look at the rest of the puzzle because these digits kind of present themselves. For example, here's just 1 digit missing. All I need to look at is what's missing, and it's a 7. I don't have to look over here. Now, these 3 guys have to be a 1, 4, and a 3. And amazingly, I still can't solve those, but that tells me that this is not a 7. Therefore, this must be a 7, and this has got to be a 6. Now the 6 here and the 6 here force a 6 to go here, and these two 6s and the 6 here puts a 6 firmly in this square. What are these, by the way? They are a 1 and a 6. We got a 6 in the row, so this is a 1 and this is a 6, and that makes this A1, and this now must be the 7 we were looking at before. It should be possible to find the right digit for this corner cell, and it has got to be a 3. We got a 3 coming over here. We got this 3 coming up here. So this is a 3 now, making this a 3. Now, these have to be a 4 and a 1. The 1 puts a 4 here, and this is now the 1, making this a 1. And this has got to be the 4, making these a 5 and a 9. There's a 9 in the column, making this a 5 and this a 9. These two guys have got to be a 5 and a 9. So the 5 goes here and the 9 here. That was also a nice puzzle. I don't know if my way of solving Sudokus has changed, but I find these evil puzzles by websudoku.com to become increasingly simple. And I think that if you're in the right frame of mind, they are solvable without too much effort, at least most of them. I thank you for watching, and I hope you'll come back soon for more. Goodbye for now.